Shias and Sunnis. You might ask yourself, what are they? Well, just like there's different denominations in Christianity, such as Catholics, Protestants, and some others, there's the same concept in Islam, where there are different sects, Shias and Sunnis and some others. Sunnis are the majority branch of Islam, representing approximately 90% of Muslims throughout the world. Shias are the minority sect, making up only 10%. They make up the majority of Muslims in Iran, Iraq, Bahrain, and Azerbaijan, whereas Sunni numbers concentrate in Saudi Arabia and Egypt. The foundations of their beliefs are the same. There is one God, the Prophet, peace be upon him, is a messenger, and the holy book is the Quran. However, there are a few differences which set the two sects aside, sometimes causing discord due to the differences being misunderstood. You don't pray properly. Don't you read like a different Quran? Just two of the many comments that I had heard throughout high school as a Shia Muslim. The head turns every time we learn about Shia beliefs in religious studies, the comments made behind my back for being who I am, and the friendships not working out just because of how reluctant some people were to actually become educated about the minority sect within the Muslim community. Although I am grateful to an extent for the hatred I've seen in person and online towards us, because in all honesty, it led me to become closer to my religion and learn about the reasoning behind my beliefs and practices in a journey to educate individuals and stop the spread of misinformation regarding them. Going into university, I really thought the discriminatory and microaggressive behaviour was over because of the vast diversity present here, but that thought was too good to be true.
A brilliant volunteering opportunity has arisen that I'd love for you all to take part in.
Announced my professor to a group of friends and I.
It will be run by a young girl named Sarah.
We were all excited to help contribute positively to our community. My friends and I, we were a diverse group of friends, all of different cultures and beliefs, yet we were respectful and took an interest in learning about each other, which is why we had such a close friendship. Recently, I hadn't been exposed to any hatred for who I am, and there was an aura of acceptance around the company I kept, which brought me happiness and helped me and them embrace who we are. Later that evening, Sarah had arranged for us to meet to discuss a fundraising event that we would all be a part of. As our team leader, she delegated the tasks between the team, but I realised that I hadn't been given something to do. I had to ask why.
Well, it just didn't seem to me that any task suited you.
Sarah responded with a mild smirk. I didn't take it personally at the time, as I thought, sure, she knew best. However, when I reached my flat, I decided to look through the organisation's website and came across their social media platforms. Out of curiosity, I had clicked on them just to see who I was working with. I mean, doesn't everyone do that from time to time? But what I saw next wasn't something I was prepared for. The tweets, the replies, the comments. There was so much against Shias on her page, and everything was clearly from a place of not being educated about us. And for me, that's when everything added up. So that's why she didn't want you to be a part of the event, my mind was telling me. Disheartened, I shut my laptop down and got into bed. It was 1 a.m. I still couldn't sleep and get it out of my head. How can one have so much hatred in their heart? I had to think of a course of action to put my mind at ease. So I decided to message her to meet up for lunch tomorrow to discuss some ideas. I believed a calm, collected conversation would help to solve this discord. I appreciate you coming to meet me, but I actually have something I wanted to talk to you about, I said to Sarah as she sat down across me. So I told her what I saw. Her face went red. I think she was embarrassed that she got caught out, but I didn't want her to feel like that. Instead of arguing, I simply just asked her why she saw us in a negative light, and she explained to me it was because of what she had heard about us. Let's talk about this. I want to correct all this misinformation that you've heard and help to educate you about us, I said. Sarah seemed a little bit hesitant at first, but she decided to hear what I had to say. I guess lunch was going to run a bit late today, but it will be worth it. So we spoke. I explained it all to her. What separated the two is a dispute of who was to be the successor after Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's death. A set group of individuals believed for it to be Abu Bakr, who was one of the Prophet's companions. whereas another group of individuals believed for it to be Imam Ali, the Prophet's son-in-law and cousin. Those who believed for the successor to be Imam Ali are known as the followers of Imam Ali alayhi salam, and those who believed for it to be Abu Bakr are now known as Sunnis. We both believe in one God, and that his messenger was the Prophet Muhammad, and that the holy book is the Quran. Both Sunnis and Shias pray, give money to charity, fast, carry out pilgrimages, and believe that there is no God but Allah. The basis of our beliefs is the same. Sunnis and Shias both pray 5 times a day. However, Shias pair 2 of the prayers together, whereas Sunnis read them at 5 different times of the day. Shias pray using a small clay block taken from a holy place, whereas Sunnis do not. Shias carry out a commemoration, which is a sort of parade, to commemorate the death of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and they mourn the death of him. And
Wow. My apologies for how I spoke about you. Our conversation helped me understand and open up my mind to respecting other beliefs regardless of whether or not they're the same as mine.
Sarah shared with me, I was content with our conversation discussing our beliefs and respecting each other's differences. She had learnt a lot about Shia beliefs and practices, and I had learnt a lot about the similarities Shias have with Sunnis as well. From this, I had taken how important it is to have these conversations and educate people in our communities about each other's cultures and beliefs. As often, a simple talk could open many minds into respecting and accepting everyone within our community. A few months had now passed since that lunch, and it was Muharram. Sarah had actually joined me in the procession to commemorate the death of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, the Prophet, peace be upon him's grandson, through Bury Park. I appreciated that gesture from her, as she came with me to show her respect towards my beliefs and symbolise the unity between Muslims of any sect despite different practices and beliefs. It's crazy how a short conversation can help in bringing a community together. I think we should all take time out to educate ourselves on others' cultures and beliefs to help build a stronger community filled with respect, acceptance and kindness. Thank you for listening to The Learning Curve by Seda Mujtaba.